stuff. So basically, you don't hit this board hard often enough. Now, if you knew your opponent is just folding the flop so much and never betting himself or never bluffing, then you should be betting any kind of a hand which needs protection, and also this hand for value. This would be exploitative strategy. Now, for game theory optimal, there is no way you are c-betting this flop because you're getting bluff raised so frequently and you can't really do anything about it. And if you're not getting bluff raised, you're getting peeled so much. Now, let's say you're betting 20 here. Cutoff is getting much better implied odds with all his draws, given stack sizes are deeper. Let's say we have only $80 behind and we bet 20. He can't really peel with too much anymore because there isn't a room to play post flop to take away the pot on turn and river. Therefore, when deciding to bet or not bet those flops, I would say you don't even have a betting range on this type of flop, especially when it has a flush draw with it. Let's see. So which means we are not even bluffing this type of flops, which is true. You can't really, your range just doesn't allow you to be bluffing here. If you're gonna start bluffing these flops, you're gonna be bluffing way too much compared to the times you're value betting. You would like to create a betting range which has bluffs and value hands, but it's gonna be too bluff heavy, given you just don't have enough of strong enough hands here to be betting. You're gonna have aces and kings with a flush draw, maybe, yeah, and queens with a flush draw as well. Ace, queen, queen, jack with double suited or something similar, and then you're gonna have low rundowns. But basically, you're gonna end up having too many high cards, which you're just gonna be betting with no equity too often, be bluff raised, and can deal with it. So your plan is to check. By checking, first of all, you let him bluff all the hands he would never call with if you check. And at the same time, when people are deep stacked, they're inclined to bluff more often in position, just because, if he bets 24 here, for us to be bluff raising, it's basically we are not getting the money. What I'm saying is he's not fearing being check raised all in. Like if we have 150, he would be more inclined to check back and like see a free turn and bluffs a turn, because we can just check jam 150 and get the money in. Here we can't really get the money in. So our check raising range is very narrow. It has to be a super, super strong hand for us to be check raising. Must be like, this hand, yes, and like all the other aces with a nut flush draw. And then like top set, middle set, middle set with no backdoor. What I'm saying, backdoor with no backup, like a straight draw, is more of a check call probably. Well, actually, it's going to be a check raise too. But top two pair like 6, 8, 9, 10, you can't really check raise that because unless you have a flush draw, yeah. But basically, you really need a monster to be check raising here. So what happens is that villains are going to be more inclined to start bluffing on a flop when being very deep stacks. They're kind of not feared being check raised. And if they get check raised, they go like, well, if I get check raised here, his range is so strong. My equity is so poor, I could just bet fold here. I don't really have to worry about it. And he's not getting exploited, which is probably true as well. Anyhow, he bets. So what is his range for betting here? First of all, what is our calling range here? This hand, I know, kind of simple, but as said, we want to be continuing with 6, 8, 9, 10 and like 6, 7, 8, 9, unless it has a flush draw with it, then we probably go for a check raise. And then all the overpairs with a flush draw, 8, 9, 10 jack, we are check calling with the backdoor hearts, 8, 9, 10 jack with no backdoor flush draw, we are check calling too, and then like 3, 4, 5, 6 and all this stuff. Just make sure you're not check calling some type of queen, queen, jack, jack with nothing else. Queen, queen, jack, jack with a backdoor flush draw is a call because you have a backdoor straight draw, and a jack and a queen just gives you stone cold nuts. So what about check raising range? this hand is kind of, it is very strong right here, and we are unlikely to be outdrawn on turn or river. And I mean, yes, you can be outdrawn all the time, but I know we got a nut flush draw. If we had, let's say, so comparing this hand, which is a check call here, just because you want to let him barrel all the cards which help you. I mean, you got a backdoor straight draw 2 here, and if the flush comes in, he's likely to represent it. If you check raise this hand over here, what is he really going to continue playing? I mean, yes, 6-8 against 6-8, you are doing well. I guess he's a slight favorite. Well, could be probably a flip, but it's close because you block an 8, so an 8 is no help for you, only a 3 is help for you, and then an ace and a flush, but he probably has a flush draw as well sometimes. So by check raising, you kind of isolate his value range. You don't really give him the opportunity to bluff his no equity hands on turn and river.